So again, on my TikTok account that I had quite a big following until I posted a video about the war that started in Ukraine.
Mm.
It was very fresh and very deep and hurtful for me, and it was only right to share about it, of course, not only about how it feels to me, but about the events that go on there, because there's a lot that is not like told online. So I felt like it
Mm.
was the right time to share. And actually, TikTok took a lot of them down because it violated the regulations or the laws of TikTok, some rules. Yeah. So they took it down and they actually banned me and they shadow banned me where I had to like start new accounts. So I felt like there was a limit to what I could discuss, and a lot of what is true and what I heard from my friends or their colleagues
Mhm.
that goes on in Ukraine, I just could not share because it was not allowed, you know? And I felt like all this work that I've put in over the years was just kind of blocked and disappeared just because of one comment that I don't regret. Absolutely. I don't regret
No,
sharing
no, no, of
anything, you know?
course. But of course, it might deter you from doing it because,
Yeah.
of course, when you create content for a living, you need to have people see it. It's
That's
not an ideal situation to be in.
Yeah, it's tricky, and you have to kind of find a boundary with that.
Mm.
But I think there are some things that are really worth sharing, and sometimes you have to overlook the algorithm or the opinions of others.
Obviously, creating content, it is art. It is art for you, and it's meant to be art for others. It is something that's meant to be seen.
Yeah.
But sort of when it comes to being a creator and all that, when are you off? When are you off the clock? When do
Mm.
you just focus on your own life? Is there really ever a time?
You know, I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure of having to post. I feel like now there is not really an opportunity for me to get off social media ever.
Mm.
I feel like it's kind of become part of me, and that's the scary reality, and it can happen to people.
Yeah.
But there is like a part of me that actually enjoys it. I must say, lately, I feel like it's a bit of a burden sometimes to post, and I'm a bit like a prolong certain projects,
Mm.
you know. And I'm also a perfectionist, which kind of doesn't help. It just feeds into this.
Perfectionism, yeah, that's a guilty pleasure of a
Yeah,
lot of people.
yeah, exactly. AI can help, you know. AI can definitely be a tool, and if you can master it and if you can learn to utilize it, it will serve you well. But it's also something that can kind of dilute
Mm.
your intentions and your purpose, what you put out there. So
Yeah.
I think it's a powerful tool that can either like break or help you, you know?
So far, do you think it's easy to handle all the work that you get? Like, do you ever get overwhelmed, or how do you deal with it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have a manager. I need a manager. At
Yeah, of
some
course.
point I was like, that's it. Like I can't be taking all this.
Mm.
I got so many messages, and in terms of projects, I think it's very important to keep things in one place, like on my Instagram.
Mhm.
And if I open a brand or something like that, I will definitely advertise it and link it with my Instagram.
Yeah.
But I do see the value in creating a completely separate account,
Yeah.
drawing the relevant audience to it,
Yeah.
because say it's a pet store, you will not find like pet lovers on my account. Like, of course, I post my dog. I love my dog to bits, but my account is not really like pet focused. So it would be worth to create like a pet store and then link it together with your account. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So I do see value in like creating a new account and taking that risk to draw new audience.
And in terms of, obviously, you've been doing this for some time, but when was the first time when you were really the realization of, like, this is what I actually do now? Like, I've kind of made it. Like
It's
the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely the Moyevir magazine, the French magazine that I was featured on the cover, and inside we had an interview. It was a really inspiring talk that we had, and I think that's really what kickstarted it for me,
Mm.
like genuinely, because before it was more like a hobby, and then I was like, okay, right, we can actually make something out of this, you know.
Yes.
And that's definitely something that drawn a lot of brands to me, not only in fashion but outside of fashion, like you know, Dranch with the big teddy bears, like a cafe in London, like places like that, like the food industry, the beauty industry, skincare. Shout out Landava, amazing. Landava was featured in Vogue, like, you know, things like that is grand projects that I didn't even imagine myself getting involved in. And it's just not the industry that I've started with, like fashion, right? It's all across, like cross industry things that have been happening. And I think like when you understand that it's not just one industry that demands you or like wants to work with you, it's like many, and you think of how can I get involved in that, like in the way that resonates with me. I think that's when it really started for me professionally, because I was like, okay, I don't have to just identify with one industry. I can be this and I can be that and I can be involved in that, in my own way.
And now we want you in film.
Yeah, love
Yes.
that. I'm super
Amazing.
excited.
We have a film festival now called the FILMLAB Film Festival. Please do submit your film. We want to see the creative power behind your creations. We are a collaborative film production company and we want to work towards doing something together, creating something together. So we would love to see your films. So the submissions are open now and the date is in September. Please do submit your film and we hope to see you here.
Currently, I'm like more focused on working for my resume kind of thing, but I'm definitely like doing my theatrical course, being involved with Film Lab, um, and I would like to grow in that aspect, like in my career.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure exactly what would be like the next position I want to be,
Yeah.
but I'm always open to trying new things. Uncertainty is definitely something that I find a lot of people struggle with, including myself. But I feel like I also kind of thrive in uncertainty. I feel like I'm just doing things that I like now, and then it will shape into something that will become more clear. So now I have like a couple of industries that I'm interested in, which is high fashion, media, and marketing, right? And there is ways to merge those, and social media is definitely up there. There's definitely ways to merge that, and I think that eventually I will find something that's just like perfect for me. But now is the time to explore. Do not like identify with what people tell you that you are. You kind of have to shape your own identity. So I would say that I don't kind of care too much about what people think. It's important to consider valuable feedback and kind of how do you critic no what's the word? Constructive feedback. There we
Yeah,
go.
constructive
That's
criticism.
something
Yeah,
that I will
definitely.
consider, and especially from the people that I want to be like, that I aspire to be like, or that I can be inspired by, for sure. But some comments that are just driven by like negativity for the purpose of like just hurting you or like stopping you from achieving certain things, that I'm pretty good at dealing with.
Yeah.
Of course, when I was like young and I had my YouTube channel and my classmates said something, it affected me. But now it's something that would not affect me,
Yeah.
to that level especially. But I'm definitely open to any type of feedback.
Let the haters hate. And obviously, again, good criticism is not criticism, it's feedback indeed. It's meant to get you somewhere in a way. Someone that does not know you at all, what would you like them to know about you in this particular time of your life?
Definitely. I think I would really like them to know that pushing yourself matters, like in the kindest way possible, but like always just pushing yourself
Yeah.
is something that definitely resonates with me. Having moved here to the UK at 13 on my own was something that was hard to be separated from my family
Yeah.
for some time, but it's something that was so valuable to my growth today. That's why at the age that I am, I sound a lot more mature, and I've lived the experiences that people have lived in 10 years.
Wow.
So I think definitely push yourself, be authentic to yourself, live by your values. My grandparents, my mother, my uncle, they all taught me great values in life, and I live by them. And that's something that I would like people to embrace as well. Like just find what is authentically you and try to stick to it. In the world that's so horrible today and hard to navigate, is something that you can do best is just being yourself, really. So I think it's very important to just push, try yourself in new things, don't be afraid, and really just go for it.
Gosh, there would be so much more to talk about. I'd love to know more about the background and everything that you've done. And obviously, you have great support,
Yes, of course.
and we'll also be here for you. So,
Thank you, guys. I really
like,
do appreciate being part of Film Lab. It's something so amazing, and I think that we have so much exciting stuff ahead of us.
absolutely, we are literally getting started now. We're
Yes.
pushing so much. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming, honestly.